am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I'm not a religious man, but I am a man who respects, who remembers a favor, and, you know, Steven Crowder has had me on his show a couple of times, has hooked me up with his lawyer, whom successfully litigated for me. Steven Crowder has done some serious favors for me when he didn't have to. He also has said many kind things off the record, you know, in our conversations, you know, in Twitter, on Twitter DMs. And he recently is back in the hospital now with what could be a very serious condition. I know he's trying to put a brave face on, but, you know, I'm not a religious man, as I started with, but my thoughts are definitely with Steven Crowder in him getting healthy. I say this because I've got to know him over the years. I wouldn't say he's like family or a best friend or something like that, but the dude has looked out for me. And there's not a lot of big commentators really on YouTube that have shared, you know, are so willing to share their platform. And to see some of the just terrible things people are saying, wishing he doesn't come out of surgery, wishing a long, painful recovery. It's just messed up. Okay, I get it. Steven Crowder said some things you didn't like on a YouTube channel you didn't have to watch, or a podcast you didn't have to listen to, but you did anyway because you wanted to get offended. Now that he has a serious health condition, his wife pregnant with twins, you think it's a cool time to, you know, wish that he doesn't recover, to laugh at his health and his pain. It's just so wrong. It shows such a lack of humanity. And this is the, you know, the result of being terminally online. A quick look at, you know, Twitter. Here's the deal I'm proposing to the gods. Steven Crowder dies, but Bob Odenkirk lives forever. Okay. I mean, it's messed up. There's so many, by the way, full of people just saying vile things. You could see the most painful of recoveries. Liberals gloat as conservative YouTuber Steven Crowder is hospitalized with collapsed lung. And look, I think there's probably even been times in the past where I've celebrated, you know, somebody's passing or something like that, and it was wrong then. And if I did, even though I can't remember a case, I was wrong to do it. This whole culture battle that people get involved with, you know, is rotting people. I want to send positive vibes to him. So, you know, share this video out on Twitter with the hashtag #GetWellCrowder. Liberals, including self-professed Democrat healthcare advocate, have responded to the news that right-wing YouTuber Steven Crowder's life-threatening medical condition by wishing him ill health and a painful recovery. The Louder with Crowder host received the opposite of an outpouring of support from the liberal-minded Twitter after he announced Tuesday that he almost died after his lung collapsed earlier this month. He posted this out. Last night took a turn for the worse. Ever actually got so close that you could physically feel death? The good news is it's fixable, and these things happen. I'll be back before you know it. Thanks for the support. Crowder, who recently had surgery on what he called a stupid genetic defect causing his chest to cave in on his heart, said last week that he had a mild lung collapse and noted that the setback would make his road to recovery longer than expected. Responding to the comedian's close call with death, and let me be serious here for a second. I just had a good friend of mine her husband had a blood clot in his leg. He said, hey, something doesn't feel right. I don't know. I'm a little numb. He thought it was a heart attack. So his wife drove him to the hospital. He had to have emergency surgery, a surgery that the hospital said was a complete success. 100% success. This was 2 weeks ago, and he never woke up. There is no such thing as a routine surgery. This man was in his early 50s. And now his wife has to decide how long she wants to keep him on life support. Because he will never wake up. While his surgery wasn't exactly routine, it was one that was purported by the doctors to be 100% successful. I understand that you don't like Steven Crowder. I understand that not all my viewers like him. I don't like everything he says. But do we really need to be like dancing prematurely on a grave of somebody whose opinions you disagreed with? Steven Crowder is not in a position of power. Steven Crowder hasn't directly affected anybody's lives in any large scale. He's an entertainer. He says some things you don't like. He says some things I don't like. But the idea that he deserves this or that you would be celebrating it is sick. Many of his detractors could not contain their joy, some suggesting it was retribution for him recreating the situation that happened in Minneapolis. The clip saw the star yes, this clip was extraordinarily inflammatory. This bit was inflammatory. It isn't something I would have done. But you know what? I don't have 4 million subscribers on YouTube either. And I didn't make that video. Steven Crowder did. And even though he did, again, my heart goes out to the collapsed lung. No one deserves Steven Crowder. Dang, it's not even Steven Crowder's lung likes him. Me seeing conservatives get triggered about people celebrating Steven Crowder being gravely sick, I'm loving it. How it started, how it's going. Ha 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 ha. He had a cigar and now he's almost dead. Ha 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 ha. It's so funny. Among those that jumped on the Crowder bashing train was Kendall Brown, an Oklahoma-based digital strategist and self-professed healthcare advocate who is fighting to defeat Republican supermajorities. Brown has amassed about 22,000 followers on Twitter and wrote an opinion piece for CNN last year in which she attacked the ex-president Donald Trump's handling of the coup and impact on chronically ill Americans. This time, however, Brown struck a less compassionate tone, tweeting that while she normally wouldn't laugh at sick people, Crowder was an exception because of his YouTube antics. Normally I wouldn't laugh at someone experiencing medical difficulties, but Steven Crowder mocked the saint, so I wish him nothing but the most painful of recoveries. And Tariq Nasheed, never letting an opportunity to pass him by, says, suspected white supremacist. That's what he says, suspected, because he knows that he's not getting sued for that. Claimed he almost died recently after his lung collapsed. Aw, that's horrible. Prayers. Of course, completing the symbol of a voodoo spirit known as God of War. It's messed up. I don't understand, how you get to this level, how you get to, there are a pushback from Crowder's audience today of people wishing him well, but it's messed up. Am I supposed to feel sorry for him? F Steven Crowder. No, you don't have to feel sorry for him. No one's asking you to feel sorry for him. You could just nothing him. You could just live your life. My thoughts on Steven Crowder, and it's a clip of, am I supposed to feel bad for this person? Begging the Lord to spare Bob Odenkirk and take Steven Crowder. Am I supposed to feel bad for Steven Crowder? No. Again, nobody says you have to feel bad for him. Crowder is trending because nasty piles of trash on Twitter are wishing him dead. I don't know. It's just it's really gross to me that this is how people are. Dump Steven Crowder out of hospital bed because Bob Odenkirk got sick. But I like Bob Odenkirk too, by the way. It's not, I wish him the best too. But it's so weird to me. It's just sickening that people would celebrate this. I don't get it. It's sad. I guess I want to finish this with just, you know, I know even I am not perfect when it comes to trying to have the most appropriate response at a time. And I've been guilty of, taking a jab here or there. And I hope that's the case for all these people too. Because it's just not okay. It's just not a good way to live your life, this perpetually angry and having this low moral fiber. I wish Steven Crowder the best. I wish his family strength in this time. They're going to need their dad around. And I wish for some light for those so full of hate on Twitter. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.